Hello everybody, XJoe81X, June 29th, 2021. Just like any car, ATV, snowmobile, or anything that you run, eventually something goes wrong because it's a moving part. Oddly enough, many years ago, if I even remember, this machine, same thing happened, and my older YouTube videos, this thing was a drawn out 45-minute ridiculous video about a year after I moved in because the basement showed I wasn't that established. So, as you all know, definitely if you've been watching, this was from the neighbors, exact identical, give or take a couple of years here and there. We actually haven't even sat down and determined, but anyway. So, about a week or two ago, my wife is doing laundry at Joe's laundromat, and she noticed a couple of things of water. So, being a good wife, she stopped using the machine and she shut the water valve off. And we went to the secondary machine, which is technically the first dairy because that was here first. And I came home from work. I took it apart. I ran a very small load with nothing in it. And I determined that the pump was failing at a part that you generally can't fix. This looks like it's original because it has all the nice parts. I'm sorry, the numbers. So in this little shaft part that goes to the motor is probably some kind of seal pressed on from the factory. And it was time to get a new one because you can't fix these. This went many years ago on this machine. So when I determined that, I picked up this phone. And who do you think is the person to call on the other end of this phone when something goes wrong with your washing machine? JK18. And he told me tough shit. No. He says, all right, it is what it is. You determined the problem. Thanks for coming. Drive through. So I gave him underneath this lid is the make and model. He was very nice to go on the interwebs for me and find the exact same rudimentary part, but made from Wong Ling Lu. This was made by Jeffrey Smith. This was Wong Ling Lu. You could definitely tell the difference right off the bat, other than the color. There's no original markings. These all posts, the biggest part is this probably won't ever leak. It's trying to get these things nice but they do look the same, but trust me, when you put a micrometer on there, wow, I actually said something that was right for once. You will actually see a difference. So, oh, look at that. Chinese, no markings. At least there's a bump stop here. I don't even know if this one had one. Look at that, SAE. Look, you don't even get, they put the groove in, but they don't.
But there's nothing in it.
Right. And what I don't like right off the bat is I noticed a very slight gap. Again, this is probably, a very slight gap. Again, it's probably pressed, but this has no gap to the point where material is actually oozing out.
Yeah.
But that's it. So what we're going to do is smack this right on, install the two hoses, leave the system the way it is, put in the jumper, put in cold, put in a small load, make sure it doesn't leak. When it doesn't leak, we were on vacation, and we're going to leave it like right there, and I'm going to start laundry, because why not do laundry and see if it leaks? And did you bring your camera?
I did not today.
No. Okay, so we probably are not going to show this.
Yeah, we've shown it already.
And we beat it to death.
Yeah, I figured let's just go in and work like gentlemen instead of having to stop and make a video.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is, again, I will put a link in the description. We are changing this transmission.
We're doing the transmission rebuild kit.
We're doing
the neutral drain.
Neutral drain and brakes.
And the brakes. Yeah.
And the brakes. And the link below, 6 months or 8 months ago, showed doing this machine on this workbench. I have a quick video doing that, and Jay has a full video of doing that.
I have not actually posted yet.
Oh, you haven't posted yours?
I have not posted.
Oh,
yet.
perfect
it's a
timing.
Part series, so maybe soon I'll get around to that. But I got a lot more going on my channel right now.
Right. So what we're going to do is keep it rolling. I'm going to pass this over to Jay because it's only been 5 minutes. And Jay's going to talk and I'm going to install.
What's nice about this pump is, although yes, it's made in China and that, let me get down here. Even though it's made in China and whatnot, they're generic and readily available pretty much anywhere at this point. Pick this one up from at least a reputable parts dealer in the hopes that maybe it'll be a little bit nicer, but it's probably not. This entire repair, as you see, not counting taking the case off, can be done without tools. Will you want to use tools to put the clamps on the hoses? Yeah. Do you have to? If you're one of them big burly type people, not necessarily. And there's the pump. It's on. There are 2 metal clips. This is a completely toolless repair. You can't beat that kind of ease of serviceability. So as soon as he finds the right spot, he'll get it in the keyhole there. Sometime.
China.
Yeah, that's true.
Just want to make sure all 4 dimples are in before you snap this on. Wow. China.
That's it. Snapped in. A little Chinese, but it's in. And obviously your clamps. Again, if you're that strong, you don't need tools, but installing the actual pump itself, no tools were required.
There she is. So the only thing is definitely China because it's wonky, but
We'll see if it runs, makes noise, etc.
okay. You could hit pause. Jump it out.
I made that jumper for you when you moved in out of an old piece of coax that was sticking around. It works.
That's it.
Whatever it is, you know.
Put it down. It actually works out. The weight of this keeps the water forward. We're going to do small. We're going to wait till agitation, and then we're going to bring it down to spin where it would engage. Again, we're just on cold because there's no, it doesn't matter, I'm assuming, correct?
That's right.
So we're going to get this filled. When it agitates, we'll put it to the point where it should not leak.
Alright, we're in agitation, and just like in the videos I had of my machines naked, there are the bubbles from the pump. So indeed, the pump is turning, obviously in the reverse direction, which is what's causing these bubbles. But we're just going to let this run and do its thing, and eventually we'll let it drain out and see what happens. Okay, we're satisfied that that agitated for 30 seconds or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and just put it to spin, which we've done. And we're going to pull that and see if indeed it does pump out. It should. And make sure it doesn't leak. It probably will drop into a spin drain because there have not been enough agitation strokes to reset the cam or whatever that stuff. Sharky626 can explain that to you. So he's going to have a whole bunch of washer twerps after him on this. Go ahead. Oh, didn't drop into spin, so that's good. Definitely it's pumping out. You can see the water go down.
Oddly enough, if I when I put the link in the last video, like you said, sometimes the China plastic is a different diameter.
Yeah, sometimes the outlets on the pump are a different diameter, not to mention where the clamp has been on the hose for so long, you get like a thinner
Rubbery
rubber seal.
thickness, right.
Yeah, so it's...
So that video showed one of these hoses on this machine actually dripping, which all it was replacing.
Right,
Watch
exactly.
that video, and I apologize now because it's about 45 minutes of being completely Italian as opposed to two professional YouTubers right now. And we're professionals because we already made one video.
One video, so we're automatically pros. That's all it takes. There we go. The pump is going to start cavitating, which it is now. You can see the hose down there shake. And that's it. It drains, so 100% fixed.
Right, so we're going to close this up, probably start doing laundry, and I think it's good to wrap it up right here, no?
Yeah, that's it. And by the way, everyone, this pump was $12. By the way, you owe me $12.
Right. Actually, here's 6.
Oh, okay, right, the old one, right?
And half works.
So yeah, for $12, this machine was saved. Grandma Smith would have thrown this out
2 times.
at least. And your agitator dogs, which we did in this machine when you first got it, $5. That's it. And the rest of the parts for inside were under 100 for the transmission and that, well below that. I don't even remember what it was. So they can be fixed relatively inexpensively. So anyway, that is going to wrap this up. So
Thank you.
thanks for watching, and
Please fix all your old machines that lead up to the HEs. This machine, what the last time they made a machine was what, 04-ish maybe? Other than Speed Queen?
09 about was about the
09.
last of them.
Fix them. They're parts. They're online. Do a search. You don't have to buy the most expensive part. Go to eBay. Go to Amazon. You're not getting anything different if you buy this from, you know, how much is that brand new from Sears? 60? For what? So you could get the word SAE on it? It's doing the same thing. It's completely dry. There's nothing here. Knock on wood. So fix it. If you don't want to fix it, comment on that. We'll tell you how to fix it.
We just did.
Right. And the dryers too.
Yeah.
Plenty of videos on the dryers and the sensors being fixed. The belts. Fix it.
Fix the stuff yourself. It's very simple. Just some plain old hand tools. You don't need any special tools. Well, except for one if you have to take the machine apart, but that's like $20 and you'll have it for the rest of your life. So all around, they're inexpensive. Do a great job washing. You will never, ever get a machine like this again. So for simple stuff like that, you can fix it for real cheap instead of tossing the machine, getting an HE, and being dissatisfied for the rest of your life.
Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.
Chuchu Fangul.